just want to start out by saying that was one of the more entertaining preseason games I feel like I've ever been a part of. The energy in the stadium, our fans were, you could feel it. Would love to refrain from doing the wave on when we're on offense, but it feels like that's tradition. So, but it was all in all, it was really good. It was great. I thought I was really excited for our team at the end of it. Whether it's preseason or not, you always want to come away with a win, and to see how we ended it right there with the offense going down, scoring, and then the defense with the stand, and Benny Sapp making a big play at the end of the game, and just to see the genuine enthusiasm from Benny's teammates when surrounded him was really cool to see, to experience. And I think it's just kind of indication of how close this team has come together. And so feel really good about the guys that we have in the locker room. Obviously, it's a tough time of the year when we have to make some really tough decisions, but that's a credit to the effort and, you know, the type of locker room that we have. And Goody and his staff have done a nice job of getting a very competitive roster, especially at certain positions. So, but it's on to the regular season now.
Since Bill's not here to ask the first question, any concern level with Romeo? Was that just precautionary? What did you pull him out?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, there's always concern, right? When you plan on for somebody to go out and play, and but I think it's more precautionary. We'll let you know here in about a week and a half when we get our first injury report.
Matt, did you get what you wanted out of the starters with the series that they played on offense and the points they put up? What did you think of how that went?
Yeah, so I mean, they had 3 series, I want to say. Certainly wanted to simulate a 2-minute drive. Just, you know, for the mechanics and operation of that, I thought it went pretty smooth. I thought Jordan did a great job directing people and communicating, and I thought it was, we were moving at a pretty quick pace, which was very encouraging to see. You know, obviously, it was great to end it too with a touchdown pass right there to Christian. I thought our defense did a really outstanding job, and for the most part, I felt like we were in control of the game, although the score didn't necessarily indicate that. We got to do a better job of finishing in certain situations, but I thought all in all it was really good work for our guys today.
So that was 2-minute, that wasn't just no huddle?
That was just 2-minute. Yeah.
Matt, what did you think of the way Jordan threw it, ran it, and caught it?
Yeah, that was interesting. That doesn't happen too often. I thought, first of all, just watching him, the poise that he had. I mean, he held the ball a little bit longer than we normally like to, but you know, it was great protection around him, and that was really encouraging to see, because that is a total feel thing from the quarterback. And then he used his legs and got out and scrambled and picked up positive yards, and so I thought all in all he did a pretty good job. I mean, he can't help it when we miss a block and the ball gets batted at the line of scrimmage, I think twice, and so there was certainly some things to clean up. I think he would like to have the long ball back to Christian Watson, but I thought for the most part it was pretty positive performance.
On your first series, he had that throw to Watson where he kind of dropped down, and it was, I don't know, it was a 15 or 20-yard throw, and they broke it up. I know he's pretty good at dropping down, but was that one where he just needed to plant and throw because he needed more juice on the ball? Or
I'd have to go back and see it. The play felt like it took a little longer than we'd like, and usually when it does, it gives the defense an opportunity to, you know, react and get a PBU like they did in that situation.
Matt, was there any level of concern with Sean with the elbow? Did it give you any thoughts?
No, I think he's fine. So basically what happened, we ran the quarterback sneak. I think he got hit on the elbow, just hit his funny bone. And if it wouldn't have been the fourth quarter, he would have stayed in the game. It's just wanted to give Alex, you know, some time. I think he's earned it. He did a nice job there of bringing our offense down at the end of the game and converting that drive into a touchdown and ultimately providing the points needed to win the game.
do you have any feeling, good or bad, about the run and the push sneak?
I mean, it's effective. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it, and I was telling our staff about it. You never want to put your quarterback in a tough position and where they can get dinged up. But also you look at like the history of the quarterback sneak and how effective it typically is. So yeah, it's just sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Matt, did you call plays the entire game, or did Adam do any today?
Yeah, Adam called the majority of the game. So basically, I only called it when Jordan was in there. It was the first time I'd called it this preseason. Just wanted to get him accustomed to hearing my voice before we go play week 1. So that was the design behind it, or the thought behind it. But I thought Steno, throughout the course of the preseason, did an outstanding job, and I think it's really good experience. I know I was provided those opportunities when I was with Sean in LA, and then it's just you can't. It's just such a great learning experience, getting your mind ready to call a game, and then actually having to do it in the heat of the battle. It seems 40 seconds seems like a long time, but it goes by quick, and you got to make quick decisions. And I think Steno has shown a ton of growth. It's evident by the production we were able to do offensively, and that's a big time credit to him.
At the block, the PAT isn't on Carlson. How did you feel like he did today, obviously with a long field goal?
Yeah, I thought he did an outstanding job. That was really encouraging to see, a 57-yarder right there. It looked so casual when he kicked it. He's got a big time leg, and so I think he's shown improvement. And I'm sure there's gonna, like any young player, there's gonna be some ups and downs. But I think we have total confidence that he's got the ability and to be able to play in this league for a really long time.
That leg and what you saw in that 57-yard, is that going to change some of the calculus you're normally used to when you determine when to go for a field goal? I realize conditions, game in, game out, change.
Sure. Yeah, I think every game's a little bit different in terms of how aggressive you want to be, and a lot of it's going to be dependent upon how we feel about our offense when we get into some of those 4th and short situations, where we are on the field, what is the score of the game, who are we playing. So there's a lot of factors that go into it.
What'd you think of Malik Heath, and is this a guy who could get in on the rotation and help you this season?
Yeah, potentially. I think he was out there first snap of the game. I think he might have been a little nervous, hence the false start. And it wasn't perfect, but it never is. So I think Malik has shown a lot of good things. Not only as catching the football, but the way he blocks has been big time for us. He's a physical player, and I'm excited for him. I think he's going to continue to get better and better and better.
Free agent, what have you seen Brenton Cox these last couple of weeks of preseason give you?
Yeah, Coxie's done a great job. Really, that is a very deep group, and all those guys went in there and they play extremely hard. I think anytime you have a competitive room, it brings out the best in everybody, and I think you've seen it with guys like JJ Ngabare. So like all these guys have improved and made plays throughout the course of the preseason.
Now, what do you think of the course your offensive line has taken from the start of camp to now? Yash was working with the starters the first day, and now it's Rashid getting opportunities. Kind of what all have you found out about that group, and where do you feel like it's at?
Yeah, I think I think we'll have a better indication as we get into the early parts of the season to see where we're at. But I think we got a lot of confidence in that group. I think we got a chance to be pretty good up front, but ultimately we're going to have to go do it together, and it'll be nice to get David out there as well. Obviously, he's one of the best in the business. So I think anytime you're missing a player of that caliber, you don't get a true indication of where you're at.
But your group, you were pretty happy with how your group protected again today, weren't you?
Yeah, I thought they, especially really all game, it seemed like the quarterbacks had a lot of time to throw the football.
Now we're done with the preseason. How do you feel? What have you learned about this year's team that makes it different from other teams you've coached in the past?
I mean, it's too early to tell. You're talking about preseason football, and I think it's going to be a work in progress. But I'm excited about the guys in that locker room, just the overall attitude of the team, the energy that they're bringing on a daily basis, the competitive spirit, and that's what we're looking for. And I guess I'm done. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.